Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here for the Great Wall of Comics. I'm back from the Eastbay Comic Con, and I might have picked up a book or two. Let's go. All right, I picked up a ton of books at the Eastbay Comic Con. Now, Eastbay Comic Con is a small one-day convention. It's at a hotel up in Concord, California. Now, this con, it's split into three different rooms, really. There's one room and two rooms that are the first two rooms are the exhibitor areas, and then there's an area which is really kind of like an atrium at the hotel where they put up all the artists to do signings and whatnot. I shot some footage there to kind of give you an idea what this is like. Now, this is a tight, small, compact con. The walkways, especially in Exhibit Hall 2, are always super tight. It's difficult to get through. Especially since I'm bringing my roller cart with me. I'm always cognizant of where that is in relationship to everybody else, but it's still a great con to go to because it has a good mix. It's definitely a lot of local sellers. A lot of them I'll see at Berkeley Comic Con if I got the chance to go there all the time, but I don't. So this is a nice opportunity. They always host it on a Sunday, which means I get to go and check it out. Let's check it out together. I shot some footage for you. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back and we'll check out the haul of what I picked up. So there's a look at the convention itself. I think you can see, get a nice flavor of it there, of what that con is like. I easily got there. I had a VIP pass. I got in half an hour early while most of the vendors were still setting up. Made my rounds, at least through there twice to make sure I got everything, had time to nice talk with a lot of the vendors, which is always a good idea on these local cons, is to have that opportunity to talk to the vendors and get known, especially for me, not only because I have a YouTube channel and some of them already know me from that, but also I have a distinguishing facial features, which allow me to stand out and I become memorable. So making those connections now really helps me down the road when at the next time I want to pick something up from them of working a deal. They remember me, they have good, and they hopefully associate good memories, and we can get deals like this. And this is really cool. So my man Brian Comic Web, he knows, he's a channel member. He watches the videos, he participates when he can, and he pulled some books aside for me that I said I was interested in for the giveaway bin, and he donated them to me for the giveaway bin. So these 3 books are going in the giveaway bin, courtesy of Comic Web. First, we've got Adam Hughes, Catwoman, issue 77. These Adam Hughes this Catwoman run, anytime I can get these, I will grab them for the giveaway bin just because they're such great fun covers. 64. And issue 60. I've not seen this cover before. It is great. I love it. So those 3 books going in the giveaway bin. Thank you so much, Brian, for donating those. That's awesome. Now, I also picked up some other books for the giveaway bin. I like to pick up, I didn't go to the con this time looking to pick up books for the giveaway bin, but sometimes you just see stuff and you want to do it. The nice thing about the OnlySlabs giveaway bin, I like to try to stock it with keys. Some of those keys are really nice high-end keys, cost me some money, 25, 30, 40 bucks for a book to give away. But in order to do that, I have to augment it with some books that cost me a little bit less, but are still kind of cool. So here are some books I was able to pick up. These basically cost me $3 a piece. So we got first Wonder Man #1. It's got the poster inside. It's actually got signature on the inside cover for Johnson, one of the cover artists there. We picked up Eternals #11. Nice older book. Some Spider-Man Unlimited, the first appearance of Shriek. Then we picked up some multiple copies of books, which I'll only put one of these in at a time, but it's fun to have these backstocked. X-Men #5, second appearance Omega Red, first full appearance on the cover. We picked up 1, 2, 3 copies of that book, so we'll have some of those to give away. X-Men #1 is the biggest selling book of all time with 8.1 million copies sold. There's 3 of the gatefolds, which I know my man DJ Links lives to pick up those gatefolds whenever he can. There's part 1 of the team covers, and then we got the Magneto cover. So all those are going in the giveaway bin. My wife's favorite X book, Excalibur. And there you go, Excalibur #1, where it all begins in their own monthly series. So there we go, that kicks off. So those are the books that are going in the giveaway bin. Now we can talk about the books that I'm keeping for myself. What did I pick up for my collection? Well, let's start off with a book I like to pick up. I always like to have a book that when I go to a con, I like to pick up no matter what. I just grab too many copies of them over time. And I'm happy right now. That book tends to be Ravage 2099 #1. These books are like basically $1 to $3. I can pick them up for $1 to $3 typically. But the 2099 universe, I just love. Ravage is not my favorite of the group by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a cheap, easy book to pick up in near mint condition from 1992. It's shiny. It reminds me of that 2099 goodness. I'm all in. Before Ravage 2099, I used to pick up Shogun Warriors #1 every time I could, but this book started to climb up. People were asking $20 and $30 for them. I was happy to find a couple copies for $10 a piece, and I was able to get them for $15 for the pair. That I was happy to add some more copies. Now there's two different variants here. This is the regular newsstand variant, and then you have the Whitman variant, which is noted by the blank UPC code and the triangular currency box versus the starburst. So that's the difference between the two. Believe it or not, normally Whitman variants are typically less than the regular. However, when it comes to Shogun Warriors in a 9.8, the Whitman variant is more valuable than the regular standard issue. Captain America 209, first appearance of Armin Zola. This is a run filler. I have been working on Captain America 100 through 150. No, 100 through 250. I only have about 5 issues left. This is one of those issues I needed. I was happy to find a run filler for a book. Matter of fact, that's what I got, quite a few run fillers in this pickup, which was nice. Amazing Spider-Man 173 in nice condition. Some of that as I have all the 1 through 100s, I have most of the 200s on up. It's time to, this 100 to 200 range is the range where I really kind of have some gaps still. This is a market segment that's still affordable, but is climbing as that people are realizing now that the Bronze Age is coming up on. Some of these books are 50 years old. You know, they're 40 plus 50 years old. So there's 142. I like that cover, and it still, these are nice in that you can still find these in really good, very fine plus near mint minus condition for $25 or less. I had been working on now my Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man run, having ignored it for so long, which is fine. It's one of those runs I like to tell people, hey, you can pick these books up affordably, and sure enough, I can. And I'm happy to pick them up in good condition. A book that, for some reason, I love this cover, but I just haven't had it in my collection. So pick up a copy of Peter Parker Spectacular 107. And then some very early in the run issues, 18. And I'm trying to figure out, if somebody knows, leave a comment for me. I'm really curious if there's any significance to this yellow letterbox versus how they go up here in these whites on most of these. Like in issue 15 here, and then here's issue 12. So most of those have that white letterbox or price box, but that one has that yellow. I'm not sure if there's a reasoning for that or a difference, but and then here we go, issue number 3. So they'll pick up some of those Peter Parkers. This made me happy. I was able to finish my run of Monsters on the Prowl, and these are some nice looking copies. Monsters on the Prowl is a reprint set of books. Typically, they are reprints from old Atlas Comics, early Journey into Mysteries, and other stuff like that. I'm happy to add these beautiful looking monster books into the PC. I've been working on 25, 28, and then 29. That finishes off my run. Ka-ching. Complete. Sound the sirens. Woohoo! But with everything, there's always more books to buy. That's the joy of being a collector. How about some House of Secrets? Again, some pretty good VF minus, fine plus copies at a reasonable rate there. Number 145. We got ourselves issue 133. Issue 130. Just some great art on these. 116. This Bronze Age horror, super popular. I find a lot of them in beat up condition because of red stuff. One of the things, if you're interested in these things from a pricing perspective, is you'll notice DC uses these dual circles. Is trying to find them where, if you really want a good copy, is trying to find them where they're more or less centered. You always see one of these circles is cut off on the wrap. This one's got a lot of gap over here. This one here, there's a little gap on it, but we got them full. But you'll see a lot of them sometimes where the circle price is, and these are all good. You'll see some of them where it's like this one here, this Swamp Thing book, where it's cut off and there's no border there. But here you go, Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing. I'm late to the party, but on Swamp Thing, but I'm starting to pick up some of these, this first volume of Swamp Thing now. Yeah. All right. My man, again, Brian, he had this book and, we came to a good deal. And I love Mars Attacks. The Tim Burton turned me on to it. I love it. The hell, Topps had some comic books. I have a mini series. Well, this is a special edition for issue number 1. It was limited. Look at special edition, limited to 5,000. Today, that would have probably been the entirety of the print run of a book like this, but it was a different time back then. So how rare is it? Not really. But this one is signed there, and we got Mars Attacks, and of course they're flip books with the covers on the back. There we go. Cool. Oh, then my buddy Brian, he picked up recently a run of Jungle Action comics. Now, Chris, the comic vet's always telling me how when I'm giving these books away, I'm an idiot and I shouldn't be giving away, and he loves them and he's trying to work on his run and blah, 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 blah. And it's all right, buddy. I love you. I loved him so much that I called him up. I reached out to him. I said, hey, Chris, what do you need? Because this guy's got a near run of Jungle Action and they're in really good grade. He gave me his list. I picked up nearly every book that he needed for his run, and took care of him on that. But I picked up a few extra copies, and originally I picked these up thinking I'm going to give these away. Now I'm not so sure. I think I might keep them and might work on this run myself. So here we go. I picked up Jungle Action featuring Black Panther number 8. This says here, this is the first appearance of Malice. This is a near mint book, right? So it's like, if I was to give this away, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. It's like the pricing, the value on these books. Number 7 here. He's got them tagged here. This is second appearance of Killmonger and first appearance of Venom, not the Spider-Man Venom, but Venom, Venomm. And see, this is, God, I can't remember. First appearance of Baron McCarty. Oh, Baron Macabre or Macar. Wow, whatever. This guy, first appearance of him. Jungle Action 9. Again, these are near mint copies. It's nuts. And then here we go. Jungle Action number 10. Nice near mint copy. So yeah, those were originally picked up thinking I was going to put them in the giveaway bin, but then I realized that those 4 books are, that's quite a bit of money. And as much as I love you guys, I love collecting cool comics, and those are cool comics. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do love, speaking of cool comics, I love the Rocketeer. There we go. Some Rocketeer Adventures. Number 1. Boom. Boom. Great cover there. Speaking of Rocketeer, I had previously picked this book up before the con. I had acquired it on Instagram from Brian. But we didn't, I said, don't ship it, just hold on to it. We'll meet up at a con. So we met up at the con, and I was finally able to get a hold of this Rocketeer Cargo of Doom #1, Dave Stevens cover art, Betty Page. Of course, this is actually from Interiors. What they did, there's several of these covers, Betty Page covers, that are actually panels that were interior panel art from like the special Rocketeer special edition, and then later made their way as covers for some of these variant covers. But Betty Page, Dave Stevens cover art, let's go, baby. Okay. Now let's get into some of the bigger books. Again, no, that was the only slab I picked up, and I didn't buy it there. These are my last 3 books. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you thought so far of this con and these pickups. If there's a book here in particular you wish you had, let me know. All right. And like and subscribe. Why not? If you're not already following, we'd appreciate the subscription. I don't know if you know this, but everything I do here on this channel goes to support Comics Curing Cancer. Comics Curing Cancer is an official campaign of the American Cancer Society, and it means a lot to me that all of you help support with the channel membership and everything else our cause of kicking cancer in the butt. And of course, the Black Sheep Comic Club, we are all about collecting what you want. And what did I want to pick up? I wanted to pick up this one right here, Conan issue 23, one of the books that's in that disputed first appearance of Red Sonja. I don't know why there's a dispute about it. I haven't dug that much into it. I just recognized it as a key. I recognized it as underpriced, even though it is it would get a knock because you can see there's a color breaking dog ear there. Otherwise, the book is really good looking book. And so when I can pick a book like this up for $10, I will do it. Then, oh man, this book, woof, banger. Spidey Super Stories #1. Now, Spidey Super Stories were put out in partnership with the Electric Company. The Electric Company was a PBS, public broadcasting system, here in the United States, show targeted for young kids. It focused on reading, and I grew up in the 70s watching the Electric Company, and this was actually one of my first exposures to Spider-Man was the live action Spider-Man that appeared in the Electric Company. I dug that, so I have a deep connection to this book. This book retells the origin of Spider-Man. It's done in big, easy to read font. It's done targeted for kids. Features Easy Reader on the front. Easy Reader was played by a very young Morgan Freeman. So yeah, this Electric Company, it says there, Electric Company and Sesame Street are productions of the Children Television Workshop. We've got Easy Reader says this book is easy to read. So anyways, I had to pick this up. Now, the gentleman who was selling it, he had $100 price tag on this book, and that would have been fine if it was near mint. And it looks really good, but I've had to make sure, this is one of those things I hate doing to people, is showing them, oh, but look, it's not near mint. There's some color breaking spine ticks on the spine when you look along the black here. There's some other issues with the book, and I said, the thing is, the market value on this book is like $40. I don't know if you're willing to, how married you are to your $100 price tag. And fortunately, he's a gentleman I've bought stuff from the past. He recognizes me, and I know he wasn't thrilled. I could tell in his voice, but he said, all right, man, if it's $40, then I guess $40. So for $40, when he was willing to come down 60%, didn't even try to carve that off, come down straight to where the market price was, I was picking that up all day long. Happy to have this book and add it to my collection. And the last book, when I can find, now this book is not in good condition, not in great condition, I should say. It's all there. It's held together well enough. But it was the coolest to me. You guys know what I like. I like those sci-fi books. I love those robot books. Here we go. Amazing Adventures, Fantastic Comics. Look at this. There you go. Some 10-cent goodness featuring a giant frickin' robot. Yes. Marching through, people on the run, tanks getting turned over. Let's go. This was the big pickup of the book. I will tell you, this book, I want to say I bundled it with some other books. It was tagged. The gentleman was asking $200. I bundled it with a bunch of other books. I think we roughly got about a 20% discount off the lot of everything that I bought. So let's just say I paid, $160 for this, which I'm happy with. This just a fantastic an amazing book. And that's it. That's the haul from Eastbay Comic Con. Will I go next year? Absolutely. I love Eastbay Comic Con, even though it's a little bit of a weird scenario with the different rooms and the tight spaces and everything, but it's a great family fun, family friendly event. If you've got young kids and you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, I highly recommend keeping an eye out for Eastbay Comic Con. Usually happens in February of each year. It's worth checking out. And that's going to do it for me on this episode. Until next time, guys, you get out there and collect what you want. Don't listen to anyone, including me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.